Welcome to episode 8 of Speedwalking in Tracksuits with Jeremy. This is Mathew Angelo with 1T. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
We're going to walk now.
Oh, man.
All right. So what's going on?
Just on spring break with the kids and not really going anywhere, so figured I'd check out my neighborhood here with you.
Yeah, we're walking around the Highfield neighborhood, and that is off Mingus. Watkins Lane is basically the road of the entire Highfield neighborhood. Not really sure why it's not called Watkins Lane neighborhood or why it's not called Highfield Road.
Right.
It's so confusing.
I tried to do some due diligence here because we know a little history of this. This used to be a racetrack of some sort in this area, and it's exactly half mile.
Really?
Well, I couldn't find anything doing a Google search. I found a couple of those Battle Creek books, started to look through them. It was like finding a needle in a haystack, so.
It feels like a challenge. Like we should see how many laps we can do during this half an hour.
I bet we could get at least 1.5.
Not quite a mile in 30 minutes. Speed walking in tracksuits with Jeremy. We do a half an hour mile.
That's our regular pace.
So I got a lot of friends that grew up in this neighborhood. When I was growing up, I think I went to about 10 parties on this street. I've been lost. I drove around the street in circles.
Remember any of the houses that you were in?
I think so. I think we're coming up on the Joel Harris and Jason Cumber's corner here at the end of this point.
The Harrises, actually.
Yeah, his parents, Richard and Susan, still live down there. I don't think I partied at their house as far as they know. I don't think so, actually, but I know I partied next door.
I was on the north side of that, so this is not my stopping.
Yeah, no, we didn't hang out with you people then.
Yeah. But I had Kirkpatrick with you, so that was the street.
So you're one of my best friends in the world, and I only met you like 2009, 8? Was it 8 or 9?
It might have been, I want to say it was early 2009.
Yes, I feel like our friendship started in the bathroom at a bar where we were putting up posters for the karaoke contest.
With Ted Nugent, I remember the poster.
Don't say Ted Nugent on this fucking podcast. Can I call it a podcast if it's video? I don't even know.
Sure.
I just decided to because I don't know the name of it.
Vlogcast? I don't know.
Yeah, is it Vidcast Log? I feel like podcast is okay, but
Yeah, we wouldn't
nobody's watching it anyway.
We wouldn't put him out on there now, for sure. But it was a cool poster back then.
Yeah, Ted Nugent was on one of our posters.
Yeah.
God, what jackasses.
I think it was for this karaoke.
Sorry if you guys don't know why we wouldn't like Ted Nugent. He's a pedophile. That's a fact. That's not just, he had some okay songs, but as far as liking underage girls is concerned, that's Ted Nugent. But we didn't come here to talk about Ted Nugent. I always take it dark. Well, that's a cool house. It's black.
Yeah.
I bet it gets hot.
I actually
I do like the look.
of that.
We're going to let you see in a minute, folks. Yeah, so we met hanging up posters in bars for karaoke. If you don't know what karaoke is, it was a karaoke contest put on by the Battle Creek Metropolitan Area Mustache Society. And I think we can speed up now. I've gotten lubed up enough. And yes, it was put your money where their mouth is. People sang you put money towards them if you thought they were going to be the winners or if you thought they were the best. And then whoever raised the most money for the evening was the grand champion. I have no idea who won those.
Do you remember we did that every Thursday, right?
We did every single Thursday in February of 2009, I think.
That was when we were young.
Yeah.
We could do that sort of thing and recover within a couple days.
We did it every Thursday, and then we had an event every Saturday.
Yeah.
Or two. We had 3 events that year. We did Festivus, cardboard sled race, face-off at the hockey arena, and Was it the Big Lebowski?
It might have been Lebolski.
Or maybe those are two separate years. I don't know.
It all bleeds together now.
It was like third of our life away.
Yeah.
Ago.
It
Yeah.
was
So
fun
yeah, the
times,
Harris
man.
house is back there. Sorry, we forgot.
I was telling somebody at this year's Festivus, which was is this our 15th?
15th.
And I was telling them about the first year when at like 6 a.m. the day of, there was still no snow on the ground. And everyone was freaking out. And Mother Nature helped us, man, and came in with a blizzard.
I like to say Father Nature.
Father Nature.
Yeah.
And gave us about, several inches of snow to have our event. Or we would have been in trouble.
That was a sweet event too.
It was
What a great party we had.
most definitely back when they'd let us do chili without the health department giving us a hard time.
Yeah, that was when we had potluck, chili cook-off. We really made the old Johnny Law get worried that we were getting people sick. And I don't know,
Well,
maybe we did, but we never
They were
knew.
getting sick from alcohol poisoning, but not from chili.
That was because of you. You were over serving them that day. I wouldn't do such
I
a
was
thing.
over-serving myself.
Self-over serving.
No, but speaking of Gary Fields, was talking with a few people the other day about all the great spots in Battle Creek that no longer exist. And we had a pretty good list going. And it wasn't just restaurants or establishments like that. It was, when we were talking about a place I know you were familiar with, Collector's Cove.
Oh, Collector's Cove 2.
Yeah, Collector's Cove 2.
Was there ever a 1?
I don't know.
'Cause I remember that place right over by the old
Well, the guy
Jewel Osco.
that owned it, Steve, has Discount Hobby still. He's still around.
And where is that? Out by Target?
Yeah, it's way in the back by closer to ABC Warehouse. So, but yeah, that was good times, man. Late 80s, early 90s. I was a nerd back then. You can't tell now.
No, completely.
I'm so cool.
You've done a real 180. Maybe a 70. Maybe you've done a 70.
I've done a 70.
I've done about a 32, so who am I?
Oh, man.
Collector's Cove, what else?
Well, so restaurants, we were talking about remember someplace else?
Where?
Remember
Where was it?
Yeah.
And we did this in another episode already.
Did you already
I feel like
do
you
this?
watched it. Yes.
I swear I haven't. I made a point.
I think it was Bobby Greenway and we did someplace else.
Was that Bobby Greenway? Because
Yep.
I thought it was Burt Reynolds, man. With the gum chewing and the mustache. Nah.
But there were some other cool places that used to exist here.
Yeah. Well, somebody said Tom's Grill, and I think you
Yeah, it was
used
me.
to go there. How was the food there?
I don't even know if I ever went there. I just
never
remember
did.
it as a kid being there over by Gogwak Lake up
Well, I
on
remember
Columbia.
the sign said, "Eat Tom's Grill."
Yeah, and I wasn't sure whether it was called Eat Tom's Grill or whether it was called Tom's Grill and that was just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And then was I supposed to eat the whole place? Or were they missing an at?
That's right.
At. That's
No,
not Ben. Ben's house is right there.
It is.
Matt and Amanda, back when the Benifer type names,
Brangelina and
yes, we figured out that they were either Mamanda or at.
Two
And we
A's
liked
and
at better.
yeah, it's fitting.
The Amangelos.
The other the old Hunt Club was a cool building.
Oh,
That's
yeah, the first hunt club.
completely gone. No longer in existence.
That's a parking lot now, right?
Yep. What else?
Let's go away from Lakeview. Let's go to the north side of Bito, Mexico.
Oh, yes.
Bit of Mexico.
Oh, man, I haven't thought about that place in years.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Well, Emilio's,
Uh-huh.
which you can still go to Oy Amigos in Marshall.
Yep, that's a great establishment. Great food,
Oh,
especially if you want the runs, but
I was going to say.
I do. I want them about
True
once every
story.
quarter.
True story, first time I ate there, went with my buddies. And the beans and corn tortillas and butter. Just delicious. Ate a bunch of it, and I'm driving home, and my stomach dropped.
Well, we did a 9-minute half mile. Sorry to interrupt.
That's not bad.
Should we
That's
pep
not
up our
bad.
step?
Let's do it.
All right, keep going with
All
your
right.
tummy.
No, my stomach dropped, and I drove probably the fastest I've driven in a long time to get home because, yeah, it went right through me, man. But good food. Check that place out.
No, I love Oye Amigos. All right, back to Battle Creek.
Yes.
Businesses that no longer exist or should exist. Should exist, there's only one. It's the Olive Garden.
The Olive Garden, I really, really, really want one of those. I'm tired of going to Fazoli's for spaghetti dinners.
I'm tired of eating really good food. I'm tired of going to Fazoli's for Easter brunch.
We're gonna edit this, right? No. I figure a good 45 minutes of footage might get us 5 minutes of footage.
Yeah, well, I will edit it, but I'm going to put it out there raw and uncut. And then our amazing team of editors, Andy Humble, hopefully he'll edit this one. He did the first 7. And,
I seriously need to watch them all, and I purposely didn't when I was doing this today because I didn't want to get nervous.
I'm glad you didn't. I had the nervous shits this morning before I came. That's why I was half an hour early. Otherwise, I'd have been an hour early.
After 7 of these, why nervous?
I don't know. It's my tummy. No, I'm not nervous.
I'd say I don't think I've ever seen you nervous, man. Maybe before a speech.
Yeah, now I just don't prepare. There's no nerves. I don't have anything important to say. I'm just going to talk until it's the deal. Stop me. Carl Angelo, famous Battle Creek baseball player and bar owner.
Yeah.
And more.
Good dude, man. I miss him.
Philanthropist.
Yep. But Flander.
That's for you, Casey.
But he always got nervous before a speech because he would try to write out every little bit of it. I'm like, Dad, just do some bullet points. Get up there and do what you do. You riff, man. You talk.
Talk about what you know.
Yep.
And what you don't know, and if people correct you.
That's another place on that list, Carl Angelo's restaurant.
Yes.
Missed that place. That's a parking lot now, too.
Are you going to give us the coney sauce recipe here online?
Oh, man. I want it myself. I don't have it. But I know I've told you the story. A friend of ours, Wade Vanderford, made a good facsimile. It's not exact, but it's pretty darn close.
I know what I have memorized is beef hearts and suet.
Yep. Those are a couple of key ingredients that people probably wouldn't think of. But best coney sauce I've had around here. And, that's another thing. Coney sauce at the grocery store. I have not found a good one.
Where are you going there, camera?
Oh.
Come back to us, buddy. Come on back around. There you go. Yeah, we just switched sides. My left arm got tired.
That happens.
My right arm can go way longer.
So this coat.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Nederland.
The Netherlands, and a good family friend, Hein Fisher, brought this over for me when he came over here. My dad had been going over there with the Grand Rapids Sullivan baseball team since like 1963, and they play in, it's a biannual tournament, and I mean you get all the really good baseball competitions from all over the world. Cuba was a big presence there, Japan, and my dad's team won it a few times, but over the years he developed a big following over there, and he'd tell me like, hey, you wouldn't believe this, but I'm like a celebrity over there. And I was thinking like, yeah, right. Well, I went with him in 1998, and he wasn't exaggerating. He's like a celebrity over there, but he made...
Frodo, is that true? I don't know who the fuck he is, Jeremy.
I've never heard of him. Right. I've never heard of the guy. But he made some really good friendships over the years, and one of the guys that was one of the biggest fans at the ballpark every year was a guy named Hein Fisher, and they kept in touch, and he's been over here a couple of different times and stayed at my dad's house, stayed at my house, and yeah, he brought me this coat, and
that's pretty
really
sweet.
First time I'm wearing it, but you inspired me with your colorful tracksuits, and then of course you're wearing all black today. But
yeah, it's the most slimming.
That's right.
Actually, it's just my favorite one.
No,
I would like to get
you're
about
rocking-
17 others that are just like this.
I thought you already have about.
Well, I have 6. 3 of them are Adidas. One is, 3 of them are Aldi does.
Adidas.
Aldi does. They're the
The
Aldi
version.
tracksuits. And this one has 4. Fila was my first one. I wore that with Ken last week, and I wore it with Andy Helmbolt the first time. And then I've got a Sergio Tacchini velour Mafia one, but I just don't have good enough shoes for it yet.
You gotta get the Donnie Brasco Al Pacino one too.
This
man.
one's kind of that. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's that feeling, but it's not that color. It's not the burgundy.
Yeah.
Burgundy doesn't look good. So I've got a what do you call it when you don't like something? That whatever that word is.
Disdain.
Yes, that against the color burgundy. Mostly, I like to make fun of my parents on here as much as humanly possible. Mostly because Jan and Randy, when they bought their house on Martha Drive, I believe they thought that the colors burgundy and hunter green were forever colors,
Right.
and so they did the whole inside with carpet and drapes. And my eye twitches every time I see burgundy and hunter green now.
Did you guys have carpet in the kitchen?
Well, we didn't have carpet in the kitchen, but we certainly had some rugs made out of burgundy or hunter green all throughout. It was hardwood floors, but there were a lot of rugs. So yeah, burgundy. I don't know.
Yeah, there was some weird colors in the 70s, man, and early 80s.
Oh yeah, this was 95 though.
This was
So they were after their time.
yes, yes. No, we had a carpet in our kitchen that was, and I'm not lying, it was yellow, orange, brown, red, black, and it was loose threaded carpet.
How's that
all
go
over
with
the
your hands
place.
again? Just okay. The
But-
international sign for shag carpet.
But I'll tell you, when you dropped food on it, you couldn't tell. So maybe that was what they were going for.
I had shag carpet in my dorm, and we would just, if we were having people over, I would just go with my foot and wipe it in the other direction, and it would look clean.
Oh, man.
Actually, the shag carpet we had in our dorm came from about a block down here at the Edwards home on Mingus Road.
Was this another place you went to a party at? Or?
Yeah, allegedly. We partied there too.
Allegedly.
As far as they don't know. I remember one time I put this should be for Greg Edwards' walk, but he was supposed to come back to his house or something, and he never came back. He was with some girl, and we were all jealous. So I put a peach under his pillow that was kind of starting to soften, but then he never came home and never slept there for like 3 months.
Oh, no.
And then we came back from college and went out partying, and he came home to a bedroom that smelled like fermented peach.
Oh, yeah.
And then he put his hand under his pillow into just this pile of mush.
Oh. Probably had fruit flies all over the place, too, man.
I feel like the karma from those days is just going to
Did you ever-
continue to repay me.
Did you ever fess up to it?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, he knows.
He knew.
Oh, yeah. No,
Jeremy!
I don't know if he knew in the moment, but when he told the story,
Upon further review.
I have a lot of tells.
Yeah, you do. No doubt, man.
Not a great liar.
Oh, man. So how long was that one? That one's probably longer.
Yeah, we were a little bit shorter.
Yep.
8.5 minutes this time,
Okay.
I'd say.
Good.
So we're really, yeah, I'd say we're becoming much better. We're gonna do another lap,
Yeah, let's do
and
it.
then we're gonna hop right into episode 9 with Christian Angelo.
This is going to be interesting. Please don't ask me about his parents.
Oh my, thank you. I needed a prompt.
Famous last words.
He's wise beyond his years, that's for sure.
He is. He definitely is. He reminds me of myself.
So I didn't want to make you feel bad today, but you were missed at the drunken spelling bee on Saturday.
You know what, man? I watched some clips and I thought syphilis had 2 L's, so I'm glad I didn't participate.
Syphilis only has 1 Ken in it.
No, it looked like a lot of fun, man.
We had a blast.
I love the Beaver. That's a great venue.
It was a great time. I mean, we pretty much just said the most deranged, filthy, and inappropriate things we could say for about 3 hours.
Yeah,
And turned that into a spelling bee.
that's great. So how many words did you have at the ready?
We had 120 words, and I think maybe we went through 70 or 90 of them, somewhere in there.
That's good. What was the hardest and what was the easiest?
The easiest was probably something like come. And the hardest was, I don't know if the hardest was syphilis. I'm trying to remember which one took out a bunch of people. I mean, syphilis definitely has taken out a lot of people.
I really thought it was two L's, man.
It,
I sworn on it too.
What was the procrastinating was one that took.
I don't even know that word.
It's a made-up word. It's a
Okay.
portmanteau of procrastination and masturbating. Procrastinating.
Yes.
And it means something like, not doing what you're supposed to be doing and then doing that other thing instead.
Sounds like a lot.
Scott was so distracted because he'd been doing that all day. He couldn't. He just spelled procrastination.
All right.
And he's like, there. It's like, yeah,
Is that
wrong.
Scott Wright?
Scott Wright. Love him.
Awesome, Scott Wright.
But we needed him to mess up. We were running out of time.
Right.
And it worked out perfectly. We started at 7 and ended at 10:07, just 7 minutes after.
That's great. No, I should have gone, man. It looked like a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff I wish I'd go to, man. The kids.
Like your kids' birthday parties?
Like my kids' birthday parties. I always wanted to go.
I was pooping. I was doing my hair.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad we had a nice enough afternoon.
I know, since I'm not allowed to do this at the mall anymore until I get my press pass.
What? So,
there was a rent-a-cop that came up and just said we can't come. And we didn't give him a hard time, but it's I think in the end it's it's a private establishment. It's not public, and they're allowed to. I'm not going to dog them for it. I'm just going to try to sneak in there if I can. Just catch me. Yeah, well, I sent a letter to management introducing myself as a citizen journalist, wanting to tell a story about the Lakeview Square Mall and asking for a press pass. We'll see what happens.
Businesses that are no longer here. Let's flip it around and talk about the new stuff because that Ross is making it.
Yeah, me too. Just from I think it's going to be a better store and it's going to bring business there.
Absolutely. It looks really nice in there. It's big. It's a lot bigger. And maybe it'll bring some people back into the mall.
I think it opens tomorrow.
Yeah, it does. And then New Holland had a soft opening last night downtown. That's exciting.
I'm going there for a soft opening dinner tonight.
Is it okay?
They have a couple more.
So is that like invited?
I don't really know. Well, I didn't get invited the first night, but I was asking them about putting on a Calhoun County brew bus with Justin Ander and John Hart, the city of Battle Creek, and we're partnering all together. May 20th.
Okay.
Mark your calendars. Calhoun County brew bus. It's the culmination of Battle Creek Beer Week, celebration of beer in Battle Creek, and
How many establishments are you going to hit?
territorial hand map. New Holland if they're in, Dark Horse, Grand River, and Albion Malibu. So all the breweries in Calhoun County. I believe that's all the breweries in Calhoun County.
That's awesome.
And we're working well with Gardner House with CIR, Community Inclusive Recreation, who runs the bus. Yep, great partnership, and so that should be a fun time. So yeah, they messaged me back and about that and said to come in there if we want to talk about it, just to come in because they're working the next forever, but super busy at the beginning, which makes sense. So I think we got an inadvertent invite, but
that's great.
I'll take it. I feel special.
Nice in there. I saw I think Katie Nelson posted some pictures inside there. It looks really nice.
Yes,
so
it does.
I'm excited to check it out.
So where's George live? Gray House?
Yes.
Okay, I know he passed us just a minute ago, but
did he? Did he have his?
Yeah, he was waving.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I
Absolutely.
enjoyed talking to him at the Axe League.
I've got some.
When is that start?
April 13th, 8 weeks through June 1st, done for summer break. We have 5 we have 5 brand new people never heard of signed up, and
Okay.
and majority female throwers so far, which is kind of cool.
It's a nice setup, and it's a good group of people. Everybody's just kind of laid back and having a good time.
I enjoy it. It's a nice night. Most nights I enjoy it anyway, except for when Sean Dugan's giving me shit.
That guy's a troublemaker, man.
But he's my most loyal customer.
Yeah, he's a great guy. It's a great family.
He is. They are. Sure. It is. Them are.
Oh, shout out to Josh Davies, the new head brewmaster at Territorial Brewing.
That's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting to have that guy back in town.
They're lucky to have him.
Absolutely.
Amazing brewer. Not just an amazing brewer from the state of Michigan.
Yep.
But he's globally renowned.
Oh, his beer is
brewer.
Fantastic. I haven't tried the new. He's got an IPA out there right now, and it's like 8%.
Nice.
It's really good.
At Territorial?
Yep. It's his first beer over there. So
that's sweet. Yep. Axe Throwing League starts there on April 13th, and maybe we'll be back at the Speakeasy location in the hot summer months or during rain dates or
I love that.
Private events.
That setup is awesome. Well, I hope I wasn't entirely boring on this one.
Well, you weren't the best.
Well, thank you. I always appreciate your honesty.
But I figured you'd be about a 4 to a 7.
All right.
And
I'll take it.
You did not disappoint my expectations.
Oh man, I love you.
I think really what we need to do is just set up a camera when we're hanging out drinking and doing the devil's lettuce and just record our random conversations. Because they're interesting to 2 people in the world also.
Absolutely. Our conversation about mustard the other night, you should have been there. Should have been there. You missed out.
Was that at my house?
No. It was at my house. You weren't there, but you should have been there.
I feel like we had a conversation about mustard.
We probably did have a conversation about mustard. No,
we're a big mustard family.
Well, we were teasing Ken about putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Well, Ken's like Donald Trump. He puts ketchup on his steaks, likes them well done.
And by the way, a hot dog is not a sandwich, Ken. Come on, man.
Now, if you slice it into little pieces, it's just like bologna. And so then technically you could put ketchup on a bologna sandwich. But,
sure.
But ketchup is an inferior condiment in my mind.
It is. But, Ken likes it with his dino nuggets. So.
Well, he does have exquisite taste. Why didn't we just do this all about Ken?
We could, hey.
Season 2 is going to be just people talking about Ken. So what do you think about Ron Mexico?
Kenny, Kansas. That's his new one.
Did Damien give him that nickname?
Yeah.
We're speaking, of course, about Kenneth Bradley Smith. That's his Christian name.
Brad.
He was the last episode. Just posted that today. And all edits, all shorts, we're calling our short 2 to 3 minute videos speed views, and then the long ones will be in comments.
Excellent.
So hey Matt, thanks for joining me. Hope to have you back in season 2.
I'll be back if you have me, man. Hopefully.
All right. Well, if I do, you will.
See you, everybody.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.